MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Today we've got a good matchup ahead between the New York Mets and the Chicago Cubs. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Tyler Chatwood starts the game on the mound for the third and final game of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
One of the things that jumps out if you look at that stat sheet, a very high whip coming into this start. One of the things he's going to have to do a much better job, keep traffic off the bases, keep the walks down, try to limit the amount of hits. He's had a rough go of that so far this year. Let's see if he can turn it around in this one.
And that will bring in the former top prospect, Amed Rosario. And we are ready for some daytime baseball. And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball one. Dan, D-Row, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon. It was another loss for them last time out, and that makes them 2-8 over their last 10 games.
Yeah, Matty, this is the big one right here. They've split the first 2 games of this series. You want to steal one right here and be feeling good about yourself.
Yeah, D-Row, I think one of the things you want to do, you get to the third game, you'd like to win this series and finish it off by winning game 3. It's always nice to win a series, whether it's at home or on the road, so this is a big one for this ball club.
So the base is empty here with one away, and into bat next will be J.D. Davis. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Sends that one out of play for strike one. Coming down in buckets, cats and dogs, insert metaphor here, and the forecast is not showing any signs of relief.
You know, one of the big issues is player safety, and right now this field is getting sloppy wet, Matt, and I don't know how much more rain this field can take.
Bases are empty, one man out. Trying to get him to chase the cutter there, a ball and 2 strikes. Chatwood has become known as a guy that's tough to take deep. So many starting pitchers find themselves snake bitten by the gopher ball, but he really limits that. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
Liner in there for a base hit.
I mean, that has to frustrate the guy on the mound right there. You get him down 0-2, no put away pitch, works the count back to neutral, and is able to mix in a base hit. Nice job.
So here's Jeff McNeil. She'll wait out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike one. Man at first for him following the 1-out single. Comes set and the 0-1. Davis, base runner at first with 1 out. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
Well, his struggles continue. It's been a rough go of it at the plate with him, and watching this at bat, it's clear to me that his rhythm and timing, they're just all off. Even as a pitcher like I was, you can tell these things and exploit them.
So here's Pete Alonso. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Now the 1-0 misses off the plate.
2-0 to a guy with this kind of pop, you better be awfully careful because he's going to be swinging out of his shoes.
Has a look, now the pitch. 2-1.
If the offense didn't already know, man on the mound's got his A-game fastball working today.
Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Working the plate is Carl Dixon.
Dan, this is an offensive player's dream to have Carl Dixon behind the dish. He is tight on the corners.
He is, D-Row. And listen, he makes you
Oh, hang on now. This ball is crushed into left field, and this one ain't coming back. This ball is gone. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. 12 home runs for him now thus far, as the Mets are out in front now, 2-0.
Loved a homer in the top of the first inning. Give your pitcher a chance to kind of regroup and gather himself with an early lead.
Stepping in now, Michael Conforto.
The right fielder.
As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike one. Batter-pitcher matchup numbers with Tyler Chatwood. He hasn't had much success, just 2 for 11. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Sets the target low here, and it misses 1-1. Hit hard on the ground to second. He's got it. He'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. But the Mets do strike for 2, both coming on this 2-run home run. Bottom of the first coming up. It's now 2-0 New York. Steven Matz gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, one of the things this guy does really well, neutralize the left-handed hitters. On the season, lefties are hitting under 250 against this guy, so whatever he's doing against lefties, it certainly works.
Ready now, Javier Baez. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for the Cubs, the shortstop.
Now here it comes.
Baez.
And they'll start things out with a changeup here, but this is a bit too tight. It's ball 1. These Mets, fellas, as they take the field here today, they come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
Hey, thanks, Matty. Hey, you know what, D-Roll? Try to get on a kind of a little mini winning streak here. Losing the first game of this series, winning Game 2, and hopefully winning this series by pulling one out here today.
Yeah, Dan, they were able to shower that first loss off in the first game of this series and had a nice bounce-back game yesterday. Let's see if they can steal a series right here.
2 balls and a strike to Javi Baez. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. Here now the 2-2. And a ball popped foul to the right side, out of play. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And that'll bring up one of the better clutch hitters on the landscape, David Bote. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Well below the knees, laid off on the changeup there. Now the 1-0. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. Long run for the right fielder. He gets there, and that's the second out.
Batting third, the third baseman, Chris Bryant.
Here's Chris Bryant now. He's coming off a 3-hit performance in the loss last night. First delivery to him on the way.
Ball back outside.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And he just couldn't keep that ball fair as it winds up a long foul ball.
He wants that changeup back right there. Great arm action on that changeup. Hitter was just a smidge out in front.
And that misses. 2-1.
Sitting in a good spot right here. 2-ball, 1-strike count is yet to see a fastball. Have to be sitting on one right here.
Two balls and a strike. Here it is. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
This is a good at bat so far here with 2 away. If you're going to go down 1, 2, 3, at least make the guy work for it. He's doing that, and he's even gotten himself into a good hitter's count now.
3-2 now. 2 out, nobody on. And a good job there to lay off. It's ball 4 as he becomes their first base runner of the ball game now with 2 away.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
First offering on its way. Dangerous curveball that time, but laid off as it drops into the top of the zone.
I know it's the first inning, but he better find his release point on that breaking stuff, or he's in for a long day.
A runner on first with 2 away. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. Cubs strand 1. They're still down. It's 2-0. Second inning coming up in Chicago, and with more on the weather forecast, here's Heidi Watney.
Well, Matt, these conditions aren't really ideal for baseball right now, but I am hearing that they're expected to improve as the game progresses. The grounds crew told me between innings that the field's in good shape. They're going to continue to work on keeping it dry, but we should be in for more favorable weather later in the game.
Heidi, thanks. And Dero, I'll send this one to you. As an infielder, these are games that can really challenge a player.
At times, you have to stay focused, though. For me, a little dampness, a little rain, a little weather coming through might actually do the infield dirt a little good. Some guys like to keep it bone dry. I like it a little wet. Ball stays down.
Wilson Ramos is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. That misses. 1 ball and 1 strike here to the Mets backstop. Hard hit ball to second. Fielded cleanly. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second.
Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 52, Yoenis Cespedes.
Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes. First at bat for him in this one. He was 1 for 4 with a double in the ball game last night. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes.
Hey, struggling to find the release point of that curveball. That wasn't a very good one. Somehow he's just got to find that feel because that's a pitch he's going to need going forward.
1 out, nobody on. That evens it up, 1-1. And the pitch. 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Bottom dropped out on him, and that's a strikeout. Contreras goes to get it, but it's not in time, and he'll reach first despite going down on strikes. So good awareness that time, as that'll go as a strikeout, but he's aboard on the drop third strike. Set to get his day started, Jake Marisnick. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. From the belt, the pitch. And boy, they're really giving him fits inside now as he can't get extended there, and it's 0-2 now. Runner at first here, one man out. Softly hit down to third, likely no shot at two. One there. Return throw is in time. How about that? They do turn two, and it gets him out of the inning. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. Back with more of this Thursday afternoon business person special following this. And that'll bring Anthony Rizzo to the plate. He had a couple of hits in that ball game last night.
The first baseman, Anthony Rizzo.
Here comes the first pitch.
Whoa, that's down.
The 1-0.
Two ball, no strike.
Hey, you want to talk about being in the zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. Two great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
Pulled toward right center field. Conforto moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number one.
Batting fifth, the left fielder, Kyle Schwarber.
Now batting, Kyle Schwarber. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Matz, originally from New York State. He was taken in the second round back in the 2009 MLB draft.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on the superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
Reined in. Off balance throw, but he couldn't get enough on it, so it'll be scored as an infield single.
You know, Dero, as a pitcher, that could be so frustrating. You're taught to try to go out there and make quality pitches, and that was a really good pitch. And I would be willing to bet you he's surprised that that turned into an infield single.
Yeah, at the end of the day, he's smiling. That hitter's smiling, running down first base, knowing he's got an infield single right there. He has no business. He'll line out probably 15 times, but it won't even out. You take him when you can get him.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Steven Souza stands in as he looks at ball one here. Runners on first with one down. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. From the stretch. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Now another 2-2. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with one out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball 4 anyways.
Now the payoff pitch home, and he misses here for ball 4. Already 2 walks surrendered in his first couple of innings of work.
Well, this guy's been prone to giving up walks and bunches, and that's already 2 walks here in the early going. We'll see if this continues to be an issue for him as this start continues.
So here's Albert Almora next. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Oh, it's hit to third. 5, 4, 3. It's a double play, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Cubs. They trail things here 2-0. New inning set to get underway, and the pitcher steps in next. It'll be Steven Matz. First pitch coming. Here it is. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside.
It's great to be able to face a pitcher to lead off the inning and get yourself a quick out. But now you find yourself down 2-0, and he's licking his chops for a fastball.
And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Might have got a piece, actually. It's 2-1.
Boy, what a time to pull the string on him. On 2-0, there's no way anyone's thinking changeup. So if you can locate it, that's pretty much unhittable.
Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball. The 3-1. And that can't find the zone either. It's ball 4, and on just 5 pitches, he's walked the pitcher leading off the inning.
You know, it takes a lot of discipline to watch a pitch like that go by, but on a 3-1 count, he had the luxury of being a little bit more selective up there. Good take, and a walk is the result.
Ready for another chance? Amed Rosario, 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First delivery to him on the way.
That's a ball. Ball 1, no strike.
A runner at first with no outs here. Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2. Two balls and a strike to Amed Rosario. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2. Still 2-2. From the belt, kicks and deals.
Everything this guy throws moves, and that two-seamer has a mind of its own.
Got him.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch-out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
J.D. Davis the next to bat. As he'll go after the first pitch and promptly line one into left center field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. The relay not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Well, he was definitely struggling coming into this one, but I think we can say that cold streak is officially over. That's his second hit of the game, and it goes for extra bases. We'll see now if this game proves to be a huge turning point for him. Jeff McNeil will be the next to take a turn, and he fouls this one off.
Looking at his lifetime numbers, McNeil is hitting just over the benchmark 300 plateau. Source of pride for him, I'm sure.
Matty, this is one of the best offensive forces in the sport. Not only an amazing batting average, but does it in a variety of different ways with damage.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1.
Everyone in the ballpark knows what the pitcher's intentions are in this situation. Great job at the plate to lay off a tough pitch in a good spot.
And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. Second and third here, one man out. And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. Souza going back. That's in the basket. A home run. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. Home run number 15 for him thus far. And the Mets have got it up to a 5-0 game now.
Well, he's given up 2 long balls in just 2 1/3 innings of work. So it seems as though they might have his number here. Not sure how much more the manager wants to see. He needs to turn it around quick if he wants to stay in this one for a while.
Up next, the power bat of Pete Alonso. Fouled away. He launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. He takes the turn and heads for second. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double.
He got the pitch he wanted, and he didn't miss it right there. Hammer job.
Conforto.
Here comes the Chicago skipper now up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And he's going to motion for the bullpen, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll exit here this afternoon to a smattering of boos after what can be described as really a subpar performance. Jarrell Cotton is going to come on to pitch here, and in just the third inning, you have to think he'll be asked to eat some innings.
Number 45, Jarrell Cotton.
To the plate now, Michael Conforto, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Ready with the 1-0 pitch.
1-1.
Squared that one up just a little late. 3 runs already home here. Look out. Don't want to hit him there. It's full 3-2. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. He makes the throw to first. 2 down.
Good pitch there, and that was a nice job by his battery mate to complete the play first after the ball hit the dirt.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Wilson Ramos, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Breaking ball called just a bit low. Looking at his career totals, Ramos hits a little over the 270 mark. And it's a called strike to even the count at 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
2 out here and a runner at second. Fastball called strike, 1-2.
1 ball, 2
He's
strikes.
looking pretty passive here, hitting with a chance to drive and a run. Going to have to make something happen with 2 strikes now.
The 1-2 is at the knees and called strike 3. But the Mets strike for 3, all coming courtesy of this 3-run home run. Bottom of the 3rd coming up. It's the Mets 5 and the Cubs nothing. Leading off the inning, Jarrell Cotton, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
That's a ball.
Starts him out with a changeup off the plate for ball 1. Changeup stays outside and he's behind 2-0.
Hate to do it, but I've got to question the pitch calling right there. With a guy like this at the plate, you got to attack him with your fastball instead of pitching him like he's a middle of the order power guy.
2-0 count. The pitch is offered at and missed for the first strike.
2-1 the count.
Swung on and missed, and it's even at 2-2.
This hitter right now looks overmatched with a fastball. I think you go right back to it.
And here's a pitch swung on and grounded toward Rosario at short. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play. So 1 away in the inning now, and before we get too much further, let's take a look at where the Mets find themselves in the race for the National League East. Stepping in, Javier Baez. He went down swinging to start the home first. Now the pitch. Snatched out of midair at first base for out number 2.
Now batting, the second baseman, David Brody.
So 2 are gone now in the Cubs half of the 3rd, and that'll bring up one of the better clutch hitters on the landscape, David Bodie. First pitch of the at-bat. Hit in the air down the right field line, but this is going to wind up a foul ball. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Bodie, a 6'1" right-handed swinger and thrower. He was taken in the 18th round during the first-year player draft of 2012.
Hey, this guy's got a chance to be an absolute steal. Being drafted where he was, there are definite signs that he has a chance to make an impact at the big league level.
Curveball just about rung him up, but it's to 2-2.
Pretty good breaking ball to lay off of right there. If I'm pitching, I might think this guy might be sitting on something off speed.
Oh, and he can't come up with it. And the recovery won't be in time as he'll beat the throw to first.
Now batting, third baseman, Chris.
Digging in next will be Chris Bryant. He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the 2-out single.
Yeah, and that hit might not amount to much, but anytime you can extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance to swing it, the outlook of an inning changes dramatically.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he gets ahead 0-1.
This is why pitching is so difficult. You're cruising along to give up a hit. Now you've got to lock in and get this middle part of the order done.
2 out with the man at first. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. Hit hard on the ground to second, and that finds its way through for a base hit.
He had him on the ropes right there. Count leverage, 2 strikes against the batter. He's going to have to put that in the memory bank because that guy made a nice 2-strike approach right there. Made a nice 2-strike adjustment.
Next to hit will be Wilson Contreras, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Looking to make it 3 straight 2-out hits here. He's got a runner in scoring position at second. One and one. From the belt, kicks and deals. Ground ball sent back up the middle. On to first, and the Cubs squander what looked like a good opportunity as that ends the inning. Cubs strand a couple. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. Welcome back to the north side of Chicago, back here at Wrigley Field as we check in with Heidi.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Mets manager to discuss his thoughts on his club's offense so far. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said their ability to get on the attack and chase the opposing starter from the game prior to the 4th inning obviously sets them up nicely for the rest of the game. Now, he just hopes they can keep that same focus at the plate in the middle and late frames, Matt.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. All set for the start of the inning, and coming forward, the veteran outfielder, Yoenis Cespedes.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
Skied into very shallow right. Souza is right there to take it in, and on one pitch, that's all for Cespedes.
The center fielder, number 16, Jake Marisnick.
So one away here with the bases empty. And up next, the center fielder, Jake Marisnick. Here comes the first pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. On to first, and that is 2 quick outs to start the 4th.
Now batting, the pitcher, Steven Matz.
Digging in now, Steven Matz. No official at-bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
1-0.
High in the air out to center field. Almora in pursuit. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Quick work there as the Mets are down on 4 pitches as they're unable to add to their 5-0 lead. Leading off the inning, Anthony Rizzo, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Anthony Rizzo.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Right side, hit hard. And a reach to his backhand, but he can't come up with it, and the leadoff man's aboard. So a base hit for him has him aboard to start out their half of the 4th as we take a look at the league leaderboard in hits. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. At the plate now, Kyle Schwarber, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one. No runs, 4 hits, no errors so far for the Cubbies. 1-1 to Schwarber.
Hey, he's got great feel for that pitch right there. He can throw it anytime he wants for a strike.
Now the 1-1 pitch.
Nope, inside, ball 2.
To 2-2 now.
Hey, this pitcher better be careful right here. My man at the plate is not trying to push something to the opposite field.
Here now the 2-2. In the dirt, but it's swung on for the 3rd strike.
Pretty standard pitch sequence right there. Just how you draw it up in a perfect world. Jump ahead 0-2, and then you toss a changeup in the dirt to get him to chase for a strikeout on 3 pitches. If only it were always that easy.
Into the box now, Steven Souza hit hard, but foul. He drew a base on balls his first time up. Oh and 1, here it comes. Well below the knees, laid off on the changeup there. Two and 1 now to Steven Souza. Now the 2-1 pitch is offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 2.
Great pitch in that situation. If he makes contact on that one, more than likely he's hitting into a double play.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. That's back-to-back strikeouts now as they've been unable to advance that leadoff single into scoring position.
Yeah, clearly no problems working out of the stretch right now, Matt. He's taking control this inning after giving up that hit. Now we'll see if he can finish it off strong as well.
And now here's the versatile outfielder Albert Almora Jr. Rosario's got it. McNeil at second to finish off the force play, and that retires the side. Cubs strand 1. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. Digging in once again, Ahmed Rosario. He'll start things out as we begin the 5th. First pitch of the at-bat. And it's fouled away. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Oh, he looked like a caveman swinging a club on that one. It's 0-2 now. Cubs have someone working in their bullpen now as a right-hander's begun to get loose. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
Classic strikeout pitch right there on 0-2. It's the one we know he loves going to, but great recognition to lay off in that spot.
Popped up. Rizzo in foul ground, and this is going to wind up a foul ball.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
Man, this guy's a grinder. Fouls off good pitches and doesn't seem to swing at the ones just off the corner. This guy's a pitcher's nightmare.
Fouled off. Full count now, 3-2.
You can certainly tell at bats like this one frustrate the heck out of a pitcher, but you got to find a way to stay composed and execute your plan.
And He'll finally just wear him down as this one swung on and missed for the first out.
That's his second strikeout of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if a coach finds him in the dugout and gives him a little talk about shortening up and putting the ball in play. Good things tend to happen when you do that in these kinds of conditions.
Into the box, J.D. Davis. Snatched out of midair at first base for out number 2.
Now batting, number 6.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring in Jeff McNeil.
It'll be interesting to see if they use that changeup in this at-bat. That last at-bat, that was a changeup he hit for a home run. I'm going to see if this time they don't go to more fastballs and curveballs.
Wow, I can't believe the hitter took that one. The pitcher absolutely got away with a hanger.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Can't say he's tickling around the zone. Those last 2 pitches were pretty much grooved right down the middle, but it didn't bite him.
And he comes back with a fastball. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Mets go down 1-2-3, but they hold a 5-0 lead. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cubs to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far, and he really emphasized that they're not doing a very good job capitalizing on run-scoring opportunities. He acknowledged they're doing a pretty nice job of getting guys on, but they're struggling mightily to bring them around to score. There's not just one thing they can do to improve that, but he said it has to start with focus. Focus on execution and focus on not trying to do too much. We'll see if they can buck this trend going forward, guys.
All right, Heidi, thank you. And a good slider here to start the at-bat, but it's ruled a ball, 1-0. And he misses low with it, 2-0. Action in the Mets bullpen now. It's both a lefty and a right-hander that start to throw. Now the 2-0 home. That's on the outside corner. Count 2-2. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. So still nothing against him on the scoreboard here in the 5th as we check out the lead leaderboard for team ERA. And you can see that these guys currently find themselves 4th in the NL in that category. Digging in, Javier Baez. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Now the pitch. Here's the 0-1.
His command has been outstanding so far, hitting nearly all of his spots, and that's been a big factor why he's been so successful up to this point.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hard hit ball to second. Scooped up. And there are 2 away now.
The batter, number 13, second baseman, David Bote.
Into the box now, David Bote. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. First pitch on its way. No runs, 4 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. That misses, 2-0. 0 now. Chris Bryant would be next.
Hey.
3-1.
Got to believe he had the green light in that situation. 2 outs, 3-0 count. This guy can certainly handle the bat. That's a perfect situation to let him loose. But I love the fact that he's keyholed in a certain area, and it wasn't what he was looking for.
And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all.
Well, they've been unable to get to this guy, so they'll take base runners any way they can get him. At the very least, you make him work from the stretch and add to his pitch total.
So a runner at first with 2 away. And into bat next, former National League MVP Chris Bryant. As a look, now the pitch. Sinker runs outside to start the at-bat, 1-0.
Perfect time for a mound visit right here. Just give him a breather, a chance to collect himself and get back to work.
A runner on first with 2 away. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. A ball and a strike now to Bryant. And this one's in the dirt. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch.
I think this all stems from the fact that they're trying to make sure the guy at the plate doesn't hurt them at all. And with that base open at first, they might opt to just put him on.
The 2-1 home is looked at for ball 3.
Time to wake up the offense right here. 3-1 count, all in on something over the heart of the plate.
And the count will be full. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Hard hit toward the hole. And just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit.
He looked a little bit out in front right there, but he's able to pull that ground ball through the hole for a single.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras, as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. Here comes the 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
Hey, lots of guys get too aggressive in a spot like this, but he's done a nice job of gaining some count leverage. Look for him to put the ball and play hard.
All even now, 2-2. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. And here's a pitch swung on and grounded toward Rosario at short. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Cubs strand a couple. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. Alec Mills takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 30, Alec Mills.
Top half of the 6th about to get started, and up steps the power bat of Pete Alonso. First pitch coming. Here it is. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. First two pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0. And he might have another one as this is hit high and deep out to left. And a base hit, so early trouble to lead off the inning.
Dan, with that single, he's now 3/4 of the way to hitting for the cycle. Toughest one still on the shelf, though. He's got to get it triple.
Yeah, that you said it, Dero. That's one of those that's either got to hit right down the line or one of those tweeners in the gap. He has enough speed, so if he can find a gap or find one down the line, maybe he can do it, and he's going to at least get one more at bat in this one.
In now, Michael Conforto, as he'll take a look at ball one. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. The 2-0.
That's an impressive pitch right there. If you're willing to throw a changeup on 2-0, that tells me that's a pitch you feel really confident with.
Hit hard to short. To second for one. On to Rizzo at first, and they get them both.
The catcher, number 40, Wilson Ramos.
So base is empty now after the double play, and that'll bring in the veteran catcher Wilson Ramos. First pitch of the at-bat, and he fouls this one off.
You're lucky if you get one pitch a night right down the middle. Cannot be late on that fastball.
The 0-1 delivery.
Hey.
A ball and two strikes.
1 and 2.
If I'm in the box, you take a step out right here. Take a deep breath after that high fastball. You got to be leery of him burying something in the dirt.
2 out, nobody on. Still 1 and 2. Now the pitch. Pops this one up. Rizzo just to the right of the mound, and the inning is over. Nothing doing for the Metropolitans as they're unable to add to their 5-0 lead. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and set to go is the veteran first baseman, Anthony Rizzo. Pitch on the way. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike one. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch.
I love a well-executed changeup, especially one down in the zone. The only problem throwing it in that situation, you leave that belt high or miss your spot just a hair, and you could have some problems.
Hit sharply on the ground. That's through, and he's now 2 for 3 in this one.
Yeah, he's gotten the outs when he's needed them and seems to be really comfortable pitching from the stretch. Hard to keep that up over several innings, though.
Now the New York manager's up off the bench on his way to the mound. And we're going to have a pitching change, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. So the good news is he'll wind up going the requisite 5 innings for the victory, but he does leave his bullpen some considerable work to do before this one's done. Jeurys Familia will come on in relief as he'll make his second appearance of the season so far.
Number 27, Jeurys Familia.
So now to the plate, Kyle Schwarber, as he'll go after a hard sinker that time and falls behind 0-1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Boy, in a perfect spot for the splitter there. It's 0-2. Nobody out, runner on first. Sinker misses, and it's 1-2 now.
All you want is the leadoff man to get on to start a big inning, maybe get a big rally going to claw your way back into this ball game.
The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Oh, man, he's been absolutely getting overmatched at the plate the last couple of games. That's his 5th strikeout in this series alone. So clearly this pitching staff, they figured out how to attack this guy. We'll see if he can make any adjustments.
At the plate, Steven Souza, as he'll take a look at a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Hard hit ball to second, and that gets through for a 1-out base hit, and that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Hey, there's a base hit right there. Now they have a couple of runners on with less than 2 outs, but they're down by so much in this game that hopefully maybe they can get something started here in this inning.
Yeah, 100%, Dan. I played the game a long time. I've never seen a big league hitter give an at-bat away. You chip away and fight until that 27th out is made.
Ball 1 to start the at-bat. The 1-0. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for out number 2.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
Jason Hayward will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 22, Jason Hayward.
Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike 1. 2 men are on with 2 men out. Sinker, 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the 1-1 pitch.
Yep, that ball went out.
Hey, time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
The 2-1. A bouncer up the middle. And that'll get through into center field for a base hit. And he's out. Beautiful throw home to cut down the run. Cubs strand a couple. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. Ryan Tepera is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 52, Ryan Tepera.
7th inning ready to roll. And up next, the big RBI-minded bat of Yoenis Cespedes.
You know, Madden, every team has that one guy, and Yoenis Cespedes is that guy for the Mets. Completely changes that complexion of that Mets betting order.
First offering on its way. Ball 1, well below the zone. And a fastball that's about off the radar screen there. It's 2-0. Here's the pitch. And there's a swing and a miss. 2-1 now. Line shot to first, and there's one away.
Now batting, the center fielder, Jake Marisnick.
Here's Jake Marisnick. He was a ground-out victim last time up. From the stretch. Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. Oh, 1, here's the pitch. Boy, that's just about in the catcher's glove there. It's 0-2. Tepera, a 32-year-old veteran. He was selected in the 19th round back in the 2009 MLB draft.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
Fouled away. Can't quite get the low outside corner there. It's 1-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And a swing and a miss here, so it's a quick 2 outs to start the 7th.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with the strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
Robinson Cano will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Hitting for the Mets, number 24, Robinson Cano.
Grounded softly to the right. He's got it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Mets, but they hold a 5-0 lead. Rick Porcello gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
22, Rick Porcello.
Last half of the 7th here, and that'll bring forth the slugging shortstop, Javier Baez.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0.
Hey, every ball club has that spark plug guy, and this is the guy right here. He usually ignites a lot of productive innings.
1 ball and 1 strike to the Cubs leadoff batter.
Well, they've really had an answer for keeping him in check in this series. He's offered very little resistance with the bat in his hand so far.
The 1-1. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2. And it looks now like a right-hander's begun to get loose in the Mets bullpen. The 1-2. And it's fouled away. Lays off the 1-2 changeup, and he's worked it back to 2-2. And a swing and a miss there on a late breaking slider as he set down on strikes for the 2nd time this afternoon.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys in this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and it backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
Standing in now, David Bodie, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. He's 1 for 2 in this one. The 1-0. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. Throw on to first, and Porcello's looking good here, 2 away.
Now batting, third baseman, Chris Bryant.
Standing in, Chris Bryant. 2 base hits, both singles to this point. Porcello into the windup. Here comes the pitch. And he holds up here, but the pitch is a cold strike anyway. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. On a line, that's a base hit. Around first, he's digging for second. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
Not really much the pitcher can do about that one. He put the ball down in the zone where he wanted it, but it was just a solid piece of hitting. Goes down and gets it and pulls it into the corner for extra bases.
Yeah, as you know, Dan, sometimes the hitter just wins. Stepping in, Wilson Contreras, and his guys are looking to erase that donut on the scoreboard with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, Matt, they've been really shut down so far in this one. They've had runners on base, but haven't been able to string anything together.
First pitch coming. Here it is.
Count 1-0.
Now the 1-0. Pitch popped up. Alonso has room in foul territory, and that retires the side. Danger averted following the 2-out double. Back with more of this Thursday afternoon business person special following this. Jeremy Jeffress has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 24, Jeremy Jeffress.
Ready to begin the 8th, and up next will be the shortstop, Ahmed Rosario.
The shortstop, Ahmed Rosario.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swing, and there it goes. Deep to left field. Into the bleachers and gone. A solo home run for Ahmed Rosario. 6th home run on the season for him. As they pile on, it's now 6-0.
I know hindsight's 20/20, but you can't throw that pitch to that guy. Don't forget, he homered yesterday, so you know he's locked in and ready to roll up there. We'll see if he learns from that mistake.
Now batting, third baseman.
At the plate now, J.D. Davis. As he'll take a look at the pitch too low, it's ball 1. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Grounded up the first baseline, but a foul ball, 1-2 now. And the knuckle curve freezes him as he becomes out number 1.
Not a lot of guys throw that knuckle curve, but some guys have a lot of success with it. Some say it has more bite than the traditional curveball, but I think it's more of a feel thing. It just works for certain pitchers, and it worked right there.
Into the box, Jeff McNeil, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. Down the left field line and deep, and this will wind up a foul ball. The 0-2 pitch. One out, nobody on. He struck him out, the 3rd time he's fanned in the game.
This tells me a lot about this guy. He's done a real nice job bouncing back from that home run to strike out the next 2 guys. Sometimes you're going to get taken deep, but it's all about how you respond that really matters.
Into the box now, Pete Alonso, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's had a great game so far, and a triple would complete the cycle. The 0-1 on its way. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
Boy, talk about having a day, Debro. He gets his 4th knock of the game, but mixed in with one of those 4 was a round tripper. Not a bad day.
Yeah, you have 5, maybe a handful of games that you can throw out 4 knocks throughout the course of the year. Add in a tater to go with it. He's smiling. His food's going to taste better tonight.
In now, Michael Conforto, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. In the dirt here. Good job there as the count goes to 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Looks like that bomb earlier in the inning kind of put this pitcher on the defensive. Not being very aggressive right now.
He's set, and the 2-2 pitch.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, this has been a good at-bat. He's now worked a count full to 3-2. It allows the runner on first to be on the move with 2 away.
Now the payoff pitch home is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. But the Mets are able to tack on 1 thanks to the solo homer. On now to the bottom of inning number 8. It's the Mets 6 and the Cubs nothing. Ready once again, Anthony Rizzo. He singled his last time up.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
First offering on its way. And a strike called at the knees, 0-1.
Probably a design take right there. They need base runners, so they're going to make him try to bring the ball in the strike zone.
1-1 the count to the Cubs first baseman. One ball and 2 strikes to count. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch.
Nope, that's inside.
Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Conforto is there, 1 away.
Now batting, left fielder, Kyle Schwarber.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Kyle Schwarber. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2.
I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Wow, was he behind that fastball. Great job on the mound using the curveball to set up the heater.
And they could go either way now, I suppose.
The next 0-2. High and deep to right. A ball that's carrying. Into the basket, and it's gone. A solo home run for Kyle Schwarber. Number 17 for him on the season, and they're on the board at 6-1. Stepping in now, Steven Souza. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. A hit and 2 tries for him so far. Now the 1-0. Misses, ball 2.
This inning really feels like it's getting away from him out there. As a reliever, you can't let that happen. Nothing you can do about what's already happened, and it's only going to get worse if you're not focusing on the guy in the batter's box.
Outside, 3-0 now.
Well, he was definitely looking fastball here, and he got one. But that was good discipline to lay off and get himself into a 3-0 count.
And that's in there, 3-1. Three and 2, full count. Here comes the payoff pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Cespedes is there. And he makes the catch for the second out.
Now batting, center fielder, Albert Almora.
Now at the plate, Albert Almora. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Porcello into the windup. Here comes the first pitch. Pops this one up. And McNeil will put it away to retire the side. So it may be too little too late, but they're on the board here in the late going. Ninth inning straight ahead. It's the Mets 6 and the Cubs 1. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Craig Kimbrel will come on to pitch now as he'll move into the 8th spot in the lineup on the double switch here.
Now pitching.
Ian Happ will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch.
Now playing center.
All set to start the 9th in this one, and next is the catcher Wilson Ramos. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike.
Looked like he was going to wait him out, see if he was going to come over the heart of the plate. Well, newsflash, he is, and this hitter's going to adjust his batting gloves, and he better be ready in the box.
And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. Kimbrel playing here in his age 31 season. He's an 11-year vet at the major league level, so he certainly put together a nice career in professional baseball. The 1-1.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Now a swing and a ball popped in the air back behind short. Therefore it is Baez, and he's got it for the first out.
The left fielder, number 52, Yoenis Cespedes.
Here's Yoenis Cespedes. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out.
Yeah, he hit it hard. That's all you can ask. You can't control the result sometimes, Matty. Just unlucky with the placement.
He's set. Here it comes. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And this is hauled in just shy of the track out there for out number 2.
The center fielder, number 16, Jake Marisnick.
Next for the Mets, Jake Marisnick. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. First pitch coming. Here it is. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. And that's in there for his strike 1-1.
Hey, it looks like this guy's going to work in the upper part of the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can adjust to the way he pitches.
Hit out towards second. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Mets go down 1-2-3. They hold on to their 6-1 lead. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Dylan Betances will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7 spot in the lineup following the double switch. Matt Adams is into the ball game as well, as he'll slide into the pitcher's spot, hitting 9th now on the double switch.
Number 21.
And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. 2 hits in 8 tries for the series. Here comes the first pitch. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone. 1-0 count. Here it is. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. Back up the middle. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Hey, Dan, obviously a good game plan by the offensive team. Bunch of knocks, but they can't seem to get any runs going.
Boy, I'd say as a pitcher, Dero, you're always trying to minimize the damage. Lots of traffic, but so far, very little to show for. You wonder how much longer he can keep this up.
And that brings up Javi Baez, as he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike one. Struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0 for 4 ball game right here. And this one's in the dirt. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. In the dirt here, and he'll rein it in as the count moves to 1-2. From the belt, kicks and deals. A runner at first with no outs here. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His third punch out of the game.
That's just a great pitch, both on the call from the catcher and the execution. If he hits it, there's a good chance it turns into a double play ball, but it's also a spot that's going to get a lot of whiffs, too. That's excellent pitching.
So now to the plate, David Bote. As with one away, he can't make contact on the first pitch. It's strike one. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. In the dirt. Ball's there, and he is out. Good throw. Even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. There's a swing and a ball lifted to left, but back in the seats, out of play. It's 1-2. The Cubs are down to their final strike here, and another foul ball. A swing and a miss, as they definitely had him reaching for that one, and this ball game is over.
Hey, it's hard to win games at any point, but to win games on the road, especially in this ballpark, so they are very happy with this win.
6-1 the final tally today. The New York Mets jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Steven Matz earns win number 7 on the season. Tyler Chatwood couldn't work out of the 3rd inning, taking the loss. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
The final line score for this afternoon's ball game. For the victorious New York Mets, 6 runs, 8 hits, no errors. They left 3 men on base. For the Cubs, 1 run, 11 hits, no errors. They left 11 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 8 minutes. Our paid attendance at Wrigley Field this afternoon, 41,649. As always, we thank you for your support of Chicago Cubs baseball and remind you to please drive home safely.